Well, boys and girls, we are back to the GoPro. What is going on, guys? Chris Rudnik here, and today I told you guys that we are going to be working on the Sunny. So, not gonna lie, every time I look at this, it's a bit overwhelming, but what I kind of reminded myself when I was helping Brendan get his car running is there's a lot of just basics to the cars. You need spark, you need fuel, you need a couple things. So today, I really just want to focus on the easy stuff just to get it that much closer to running. So, if you guys watched yesterday's video, you know that we finally got the drive shaft back from the drive shaft shop. That's made. We're going to see if that fits today. And if that fits, I just want to get the transmission filled. I want to get the exhaust fully on, the header fully on. I want to bolt down the valve cover, make sure the spark plugs are all good, make sure that's all good. Start to plug in the wiring and just kind of tackling this little by little. The most annoying thing to me is the gas lines aren't properly finished, and they did a booster delete with this Chase Bay's delete kit, and it's not finished. So we're gonna have to do a little research and stuff just because I'm not familiar with the booster setup or anything like that. And to be honest, I've never really worked on an SR other than the Roadster. And that car was put together once, and it never had to be touched again. That car was dialed, it was 100%. So it's like, I'm not too familiar with the SR platform, especially with the stock plenum and everything, but we're gonna dive in it today. We're gonna figure it out. I mean, thankfully, the injectors and everything is plumbed there, so we don't have to touch any of that, even though it's not that big of a deal. It's just one less thing we have to do. So first things first, we're gonna get the, I guess we're gonna see if the drive shaft fits actually, so we can, you always gotta drop something, huh?
That was a water bottle.
And so we'll go from there. If the drive shaft fits, this is gonna be a start to a hell of a day. I also ordered another GoPro Hero 9. I'm sweating balls right now, because the only reason why I haven't used this one is because the lens is a little messed up. But I ordered a new GoPro and a new lens, so we're gonna always have a GoPro from now on. I think the GoPro's sick. I think you guys can agree. Let's tackle this project. So, we got the drive shaft here. I'm hoping this fits. We waited a long time for this. We measured it 3 times. Oh, you can't even see me. Yeah. I guess I'll just look away. Let's see. Ready? Ooh, buddy. Ooh, buddy. That's it. Dude, that's a direct fit, if I say so myself.
We measured right.
We did measure right. Honestly, I am a little shocked, but now we need bolts. Nothing seems to be threaded, right? That's sick, actually, because then we can just get some lock washers and we'll be good to go. So I guess step number 1, get some bolts for this. I also want to bolt up the slave cylinder, get the exhaust on, do like everything that we can right now underneath. It's fucking raining. God damn it, the Grom's outside. We gotta go. Okay, well, we officially got the drive shaft in, found some new zinc M8 bolts, and I used some lock washers with some Loctite, and I cranked those things. Hopefully we don't have a problem there. And drive shafts in. I'm draining the transmission right now. I didn't even know there was something in it, but I'd rather just put MT90 because that's what the internet's calling for it, and this is some good gear oil as well, so I trust that a lot more than this liquid brown garbage. So we're just gonna go ahead, we're gonna let that leak out, RTV the drain, and then go ahead, pop up the fill, pump her up, and then the transmission will be done. Matt found some also zinc hardware right there for the slave cylinder. I don't think anything's hooked up upstairs, but downstairs she's pretty ready to go. So that's good there. Where's my electric pump?
I don't know.
Someone took the electric pump and replaced it with that, because that's not mine.
I know it's not yours.
I don't even know whose that is.
I don't believe you buy OEM tools from...
I buy the pumps from Amazon. If you guys are ever doing transmissions, I learned this from Calvin. Get the stupid $15 Amazon pump. That thing works wonders, and someone must have figured it out because it's gone. Or someone blew it out and they felt bad, and so they left that here. Whatever. Just finished filling up the transmission. We use MT90. Like we said, the drive shaft is in. We're actually gonna go run out to lunch right now because we haven't eaten shit. And it's 1 o'clock. We went to the gym for 2 hours this morning, and I'm honestly starving. And while we're doing that, I just took a bunch of notes of what hardware we're gonna need for this whole car. I'm just gonna get a bunch of M8, M10, M12 bolts, so we just don't have to deal with it. We can just keep grabbing from the bolt pile. So, and this only came with like 1, and this, it's missing 3 of them, and that one we have. So we just have to get those. We got to get the exhaust on, just miscellaneous stuff, but it's looking pretty good. I love this drive shaft. She's solid.
Hey man, follow me at Nat Boy.
Listen, we steal these. So, we went out to brunch real quick, and I just kept convincing these guys to just keep drinking mimosas. Matt chugged 3, Nat chugged 3.
No, it's 4 or 5. I can't remember.
It was 3 each, because there was 6 of them. And Matt's just gonna party the rest of the day. We're just gonna buy him a pack of claws. We're gonna see how he
time. It's only 2 o'clock.
This dude wears a watch. He doesn't even know what time it is ever. But I'm gonna buy Matt a pack of claws, see if he can go all day. Apparently, I'm working on the Sunny myself, which I'm cool. I just want Matt's company. Matt, you staying too?
We're gonna smoke after.
I'm not. I'll quit that.
What do you gotta say? Why are you all red, you weirdo?
It's hot.
No, tell them the truth.
I'm drunk.
You're not drunk.
I'm tipsy.
You're not tipsy.
I'm lightheaded.
Guys, follow me on.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get some lock washers and bolts, and these two are clowns. Give me the bolts.
Well, here, I got you the pen too.
Yeah, it almost just whipped me in the face. Hard at work right now. Look at Matt. It is what it is. Dude, put that whole thing in your mouth.
No, don't do that.
Just do it. See?
I'll pump as much as I can.
I would do it if I was eating a pancake. Oh, that was weak. My hands are all gross. So, I've been trying to bang this away here. I don't know what that means, but just go with it. We got the exhaust on. We're not gonna worry about a wideband right now. Currently, before I picked up the camera, I was looking at the starter to see if that was hooked up, and the starter's in, but it's not hooked up or anything. I need to figure out if this is a power wire or a ground wire, so I'm gonna trace that back just because I wanna use this. If it is a power wire, odds are this is for the starter. I just wanna make sure 100% before I do that, but we found all of the bolts and stuff to put into there. And everything underneath is almost done. I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna do about this because it's a different transmission, so we're gonna have to figure that out later down the road. Right now, I just wanna hear this thing fire up and start. So I'm gonna bring it down. We're gonna set up the starter, try to set up the fuel lines and figure that out. There's like a surge tank in the rear. I've never done that either, and I don't even know how it's ran because it's not ran at all. So maybe I can get Jack over here. He can kind of teach me something, but it's going. I mean, there's a lot of work, but I think if I just keep chiseling away, it'll be pretty good. So let's lower this bitch. All right, guys, so the next thing I'm trying to tackle with the Sunny is going to be the fuel system. And I'm just a little confused. So I had Jack come over and he tried to help me figure it out. So from factory, the Sunnies, they were carbureted, so they didn't really need much fuel pressure, and they didn't have a fuel pump inside the tank. They had these outside ones that are just low pressure pumps, and as you see right here, so this is a low pressure pump, and since we're running an SR, I'm under the impression that's why the previous owners installed a surge tank, and then that surge tank fills up with fuel, and then that has the real fuel pump to go to the fuel rail. So I'm just trying to figure out which is feed and which one's return. As you can see, it is a nightmare here. You got hose clamps everywhere, cut hoses, just like really short. Like you can see, there's a hard line here. They went from rubber hose to an adapter, like a little barb fitting right there, into another hose. So I don't really understand what they were trying to accomplish here. My goal right now is to figure out which is feed, figure out which is return, run it, plug it all in, plumb it all up, and then once I understand and the car is running and everything, I absolutely need to come back and fix all of these lines, make them all nice, and also you can see it better from up top, but I'll just show you from up top. So you can see right here this hole. There's no like grommet, there's no rubber protecting these lines. So right off rip, we need to do something about that as well. Because if you're driving this thing down the street and those lines are constantly rubbing, obviously sooner or later they're gonna split open. Gas is gonna get everywhere. It's gonna catch on fire. So this is definitely like, let's test this. Let's see if we can get this truck running. Let's figure out the little kinks. And then once we do that and we understand what's the feed, what's the return, all of that stuff, then we can actually go ahead and we can fix all of those lines. But I mean, this thing is a handful for sure. It wouldn't be a handful if I've done it before. I've just never messed with outside fuel pumps and just all of those lines. It's just a big giant mess, and it's a little confusing, and like this is the positive or the ground, and like I gotta figure out which ground is ground and which is positive and all of that. So I'm gonna keep trying to work. My main focus right now is going to be to get a battery and see if the fuel pump will even turn on with the key. If the fuel pump turns on with the key, then I can see which one is a feed, which one is the return, and then I can hook these up properly, and then we can actually go to the front of the car, and then we can see which one's the feed, which one's the return. We can plumb it into the SR, and then we have a working fuel system for now. So it's a lot, and this is for the positive and negative also. It doesn't even say what's positive and what's negative, which is kind of inconvenient as well. So we have a lot of work, a lot of things that I've never done, but it's cool to learn. So let's hit it. Oh my God. So I wanted to do the fuel system today, but as I started like tracing everything, there's no, well, at least I can't find, there's no like power wire that's actually gonna power the ECU. And like, I'm looking at all of the wiring and stuff, and I'm trying to trace things back, and like, I personally have never done anything like this, so I just don't really know what I'm working with. I don't really know what I'm looking at. But we got Jack here. Jack's gonna help me get in the right direction, because I don't want to botch this. The last thing I want to do is just throw this thing together and just have it run, you know? I want to do this thing right.
I will not let that happen.
And I want to figure it out. So I think a better move is to, instead of trying to get the fuel and try to figure that out, the first thing we need to do is we need to figure out the wiring. So then when you turn the key on, the fuel pump's priming, everything's turning on correctly, and everything's just together. But I don't know how to do that.
So basically, you're gonna have to, what I was explaining to you off camera,
yeah,
we'll just explain it again, is what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to just categorize every part of the car into the system that it operates,
yeah,
and attack each one of those categories as we go, so that we don't have to step over ourselves and go back to another system and go,
for sure,
man, we
for
forgot
sure,
this and we forgot that.
For sure.
So mainly, there's like 5 different big categories.
Yeah, we got cooling,
we got electrical,
brakes,
drivetrain, brakes, cooling, fuel system. You know, so with those systems having their own problems and their own unique solutions on this truck, we have to just look at those systems individually and then attack them that way.
Yeah, no,
so
for sure.
I think that you're right. I think the electrical system is really a strong spot.
I think that's number one to look at.
Number one, yeah, because without electrical, we're really not.
You can't do anything.
No, and it's probably the most time-consuming out of them all.
For sure. But once the electrical is figured out, like, it's easy to look up like how this runs, and like the valve cover, that's easy. It's just the whole wiring. I mean, most of the engine is wired. I'm not worried about that. Anyone can plug the sensors in and stuff.
I see. This harness is, what is this harness from?
This is from an S15 Autech.
Okay. So
yeah.
So the harness is already,
yeah, like that. The harness
terminated for all this.
Exactly.
Which is good. Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing I can't find and figure out is how is the ECU getting power, and so, I haven't been able to trace that wire.
We're gonna go through it. We're gonna find the main power. Basically, you're gonna go from your battery to a distribution block or fuse block.
Yeah.
Those individual systems are then going to get their power from those fuses, and then the ECU is going to be one of them.
So we just have to find if there is that one wire.
I'm sure there is, because this harness was obviously in a car that had an ECU.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah.
So let's take a look and
find
see.
It.
Right. Let's take a look and see, you know, where those wires.
Odds are we'll probably just have to extend it, because that one goes directly to the back. I was going to use that just for the starter.
Okay, so this would be your main power. Basically, this is like a battery relocation.
But, I mean, realistically, couldn't you run this to the battery and then you put the distribution block here?
Yes.
And then from there you go starter, from there you go alternator, whatever,
that's what I would
to the
do.
ECU. That seems the most easy, and if there's something I'm just missing, which, I mean, there very much can, because I haven't done this before.
Definitely.
Not trying to say I'm a fucking smart ass, because I'm not.
Well, you're definitely a smart ass.
Oh, I am a smart ass, huh?
Yeah, you're both of those.
I will say, we got the Colorado done so quick is because I kept making lists. I kept making lists, and I kept tackling the list one by one, and like in 2 days we're like, holy shit, I can't believe this is done.
And that's it. That's how this truck should be too. But you got to make sure you just don't do the shortcut
Yeah. Well, that's why I started with the manifold and doing the exhaust and filling the transmission. Because like all that stuff, it's annoying, but it's self-explanatory. You just put it on, and then when all the electrical stuff is done and we figure that out, all that's already done. We're good, you know? So instead of doing the electrical, I'm gonna wait for you tomorrow. I got new valve cover bolts. I have a new valve cover gasket. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna do that, torque that down, get that done, get that out of the way. Maybe try to get the radiator in here, see how that fits, like the easy stuff.
And then tomorrow we can get into electrical and start to find that power for your ECU.
Yeah.
Like that.
Because without power to the ECU, I can't even check the fuel pump unless I wanted to jump it, which is just stupid.
Do you even have a fuse block? Like a fuse
There's a fuse box underneath the steering wheel.
It's like a pretty small bed. So where are you going to put the battery? Like here, I guess?
I guess right there. That's what they were assuming, right?
Yeah. So it's got a battery box. You see there. I hate metal battery boxes, but
gross.
I have one in Dusty also.
So you're talking shit, but you have one.
Yeah. I didn't put it in. It was from Japan. So
yeah, I did figure out that this was ground and that's power. I figured that part out.
I'm proud of you. That's a start.
This is bolted up to the fuel tank for a ground. The bottom of the fuel tank.
What?
That's where it is.
Okay. Well, we're gonna move that.
You don't like that?
No. Why is it on the
Shouldn't it be on the
tank?
chassis?
Yes. Come on.
Yep. And then we
we'll
got
fix that up.
Yeah, we got to figure out positive and negative.
Surge tank, that's pretty cool.
Is it cool?
Did you test the pump yet or no?
No.
Well, we'll put power to it, make sure the pump runs.
You're my electrical guy.
Right.
I mean, you're my electrical guy until I learn how to electrical. I always just had a wiring specialties harness and you just kind of plug it in and it's ready to go.
Okay, well, you know what?
Never worked on a 1991 Sunny.
Go. There you go. We're going back in time now.
It's
is
sick
it 91?
though. It's a 91, yeah. It's old.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Almost got in there.
No, you did.
You look at this truck, it almost looks like it's from the 60s.
It's old, dude. Have you actually sat in it?
No.
It's really small.
Is it?
Yeah. No, it's sick. I love it. It's just got to figure it out step by step. At least we did some stuff today. I'm gonna get the valve cover at the very least. So there's just one more thing to check off that list. And slowly but surely we're gonna get this thing going.
Did you see the
I
Plaid?
did. I did.
I got to get in that thing, man.
Well, you got in it?
Yeah, I got to ride in it.
When?
Well, you don't
Where
watch
was my
video.
invite?
You weren't even here.
Dude, you didn't even text me about it. You know I'm a Tesla butthurt.
You weren't even here.
I'm over here watching reviews on the thing.
I had dynoed one.
Dang, whatever,
check out-
man.
go
How
check it
fast is it?
It's fast. It's dumb fast. Go watch the video. Watch my reaction.
I was actually watching the review with him. He's like, oh, it's not that fast. Like talking shit. How fast is it?
I didn't believe the 1,050 horsepower.
Believe it.
What did you run? You ran on the dyno?
I ran on a dyno, but I couldn't do a dyno pull because it kept pulling back on the power like on its own.
Yeah.
But I took a ride in it, and let me tell you, 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds.
What? I mean,
Faster than Dusty now.
Low 9-second quarter mile.
Stock. Just out of the box.
Out of the box.
I mean, that means if you did a run with the Plaid, then technically they can kick you off the track and say you need a cage or you need a parachute or something like that.
Let me tell you, man, that car is so fast, I honestly think it should not be legal. Like, I mean, like, the way that it moves, you really should be a like,
Come
person that
on,
knows
is
how to
that
drive.
crazy?
It's not that hard to drive, I guess, but it's just, you can get in so much trouble. Dude, in less than a quarter mile, you're going over 150 miles an hour.
Don't they talk about like 200? But no, there's
no,
like
it's like 160 something.
for now. But there's an
Yeah.
update that's going to allow you to go
I'm
to 200.
Sure. Dude, it's mental.
Dude, that's sick.
It's mental.
The Roadster's going to be faster.
So if Tesla wanted to make it like even crazier,
Mm-hmm.
they should come out with a Chaos edition for you.
I would love a Chaos edition.
Tesla
I don't got the
Chaos.
Chaos money.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
I don't know. If they personally make me a Chaos one, I'll sell the GTR and the M2 just to have the Chaos Tesla.
Let me tell you, man,
It'll probably be faster than those combined.
I kind of want a Plaid, not a Plaid per se, but I kind of want like an electric, like a Tesla or something, just to like play around with, because I think I
Yeah.
can do something pretty wild.
They're sick.
We pretty much have like the Tesla bikes.
For sure.
Imagine if we apply some of that tuning to the
We just need to
car.
get that Tesla money. And then we'll be good to go. The only thing he liked about the Plaid was the freaking badge.
badge.
He's like,
You know,
dang.
like the steering wheel.
No.
Like the Night
Wait,
Rider
you
steering?
drove it. How is it?
I mean, I drove it on the dyno, and then I took a ride on the
Oh, gotcha.
I didn't drive it on the road myself, but I
Gotcha.
did drive it on the dyno.
Yeah.
And I asked, it was my friend Brooks's car. I did ask him like how it was, but
Did he like it?
He said that you get used to it really quick, but that it is a little bit awkward and cumbersome, like parking and stuff. But other than that,
Yeah, I'll throw up some pictures if no one knows what we're talking about. It's weird
It's
though.
got a Night Rider steering wheel.
It's definitely weird.
The yoke or whatever they call it.
The yokes. Yep, someone's drifting. I already know who it is just by the sound of the car. So annoying.
Anyway,
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I got the Maz work stuff right there. I'm gonna do that and write out a list of what I need help with and what I don't. And then tomorrow we'll tackle the list. And hopefully, I mean, if it's wired, I'm good. You know, the rest is just figuring out. But wiring, I mean, you plug one thing and you burn the whole ECU.
you really do.
I don't want to do that.
I don't want you to do that.
Like, I want to learn, but I want to learn with somebody.
What ECU do you have for it?
Just the S15 one.
Stock
Yeah,
one?
just stock,
That's
yeah.
good. Cake then.
Yeah.
All right.
Cake for you. Impossible for me.
I love cake.
Yeah, cake's all right. You like cake?
No, I got a niece user.
Ew. Yeah, we're pausing it there. Dang, this is kind of a cool shot. So I'm gonna just keep doing the easy things because regardless, this needs to be done, and I know how to do it. So we got these little grommet things. SRs are weird. They have like the little hard cover and then bolts, and I got a new valve cover gasket as well. So I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna go through this and torque this down, get the new valve cover gasket on, and then that's just one less thing that I have to do. Well, doing the valve cover was easy enough, man. This engine bay is gonna look so good. There's definitely a lot of things to figure out about this car, for sure. There's a lot of little gremlins that I think is sketchy. Like, and if I think it's sketchy, it's pretty bad. Like, all of those fuel lines are definitely need to be replaced and all of that. Like, the annoying things are like this chase bay booster delete was just placed in and nothing set up, and all of the brake lines are just separated and all of that. I mean, it's not a huge deal. You just got to build some brake lines and stuff, but there's a lot of miscellaneous stuff that, I mean, I just don't know. And like, another big reason why I want Jack to help me with the electrical, not only do I not know what I'm doing, there's like some weird stuff in this truck. Like, please, someone in the comments, tell me what this cup is that's electrical taped with a little board in it, a little motherboard. What the hell is this? And I guess there's another one, Matt said, because he looked under the seat.
Here, yeah, pull it out. It's red.
I can get to it?
Yeah, you can get it out of there. It's attached to that weird Mitsubishi box. You want to
This thing?
it's like a
Oh, this little red box?
Yeah, it's just completely sealed, unknown.
What the hell, man? I mean, maybe we just don't know because we ain't that old school JDM boy, but yeah, I don't freaking know. And it's a little stressful trying to figure out, just because I really do want to do this truck nice. I really want this thing to be reliable and all of that. So like, definitely just gonna take a step back. I mean, we're gonna continue to work on it tomorrow. Jack said he's gonna be here at 12. We're gonna sit down, we're gonna figure out, he's gonna point me in the right direction, and I think that's kind of the best we can do right now. And I maybe tomorrow morning before he gets here, because we've been getting up pretty early. I mean, other than we're going to the gym 2 hours in the morning, so I don't know. We're gonna keep writing down lists, we're gonna keep trying to figure it out, but I'm motivated to get this thing running. My goal by the end of the year is to have all of my stuff running, including the CRX and all of that. So I'm just trying to take it a day at a time, and we're trying to stay focused throughout the day and stuff. And obviously things go wrong, but we're gonna keep trying. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. You guys want to subscribe for more, subscribe for more. Yeah, let me know what these boxes are. I'm dying to know. Dying to know what the hell this could possibly be. I mean, it's only 2 wires, so what? I mean, it's probably just something stupid. But yeah, throw it down in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.